Hello again people. Right, this is going to be a pretty rushed video because I have to go out, but I got back to the charts after being away from them from a while this afternoon, and only recently, literally an hour or so ago, and I was searching around for some trades, and I've done all the normal stuff, you know, created the levels like this that I've shown all weekend. What an amazing weekend it was on cryptos. Absolutely crazy good. Anyway, back to this one. So I've cleared this chart down of everything as much as I can, well, as much as I want to or need to anyway, but I just noticed there's an alert over there as well. Don't forget to use alerts, changing the subject slightly. But back onto this chart, we're looking at gold, and you know, if I started drawing levels on the line chart, it would be easy to see we have broken below a level of support. Now, quickest way, and this is literally an off-the-cuff video, because if I don't make it now, I won't make it. I'll probably forget or whatever. I have mentioned this in the past, how to use the RsiHisto by lining up all the time frames, but I'm going to do it again now and show you what happened. So, and this is really good, guys. We've gone from green to red. When I got back in, H1 had closed with a red candle, red bar. So, what do I know? Well, I know I'm below a level of major support because it's created a new high. In other words, buyers have overwhelmed the sellers that were over here. Okay, major support because buyers have overwhelmed the sellers here. So we're below this level of support. That's a good signal sign. We've drawn our vertical line on the new, I'll highlight it, you've got the white dots there, on the new bar after the previous one's closed. So then what do we want to do? We want to make sure all the other time frames agree. M30 agrees, that's closed red. Remember, we couldn't see any of this, that red bar or the green bar, nothing, just that red. M15 also closed red at the exact same time, and we've got a series of M15 bars, which means we've got a trend, a downtrend, high, low, lower, high, lower, low. Come to M5, we've also got a bust, pullback, break and close trigger. Remember, these weren't valid because we are still on the H1 close at that point there. 1855, that's the new hourly start here. There you go. Shows, you know, it's actually 2 hours out, but because that's my broker time, you know about that if you use MT4. So that's the trigger basically. So I slapped a trade on. Everything was right. You know, you could go backwards. There's the ABC reversal back into to test old support as resistance. This trade was actually 9 pips. Gold is a beast. But what you got to remember, when you've got this situation with the RSI, it means it's pushed down, it's pulled back, it's pushed down, it's pulled back, it's down, it's pulled back. It's done. The algorithms have faked in all the buyers, taken the stops out. You could also say they are building discounted orders, using their own money, drive price up, put some sell orders on. You know, use £1 million to drive price up, put £5 million of sell orders on, price goes down. Use £1 million up, £1 million up, £1 million up, 5 million down. 5 million sell order. That's the way I like to think of it. It works for me. Might not be true, don't really care. But there you go. You've got everything. You know, we can go backwards now and draw on these line charts. We'll go to the H1. We've got a bit of a mess going on there, but we've also, you know, the top of this bar is, the bottom is there, the top is all of this stuff. As you can see, when we entered, price was below it all. That's why line charts are so powerful. So I wouldn't be surprised to see gold go and test this level down here, test old resistance as support here, and potentially come and try and find more liquidity down. So that was the gold trade. I'm not going to go back over what I did. Replay it back, replay it back. So with that, I got quite excited, thought I'll have a go, see what S&P 500 is doing. H1, no, same thing, you've got your support acting as resistance there, old support created a new high, buyers have overwhelmed sellers, finally the sellers have overwhelmed the buyers, a lower high suggests that too, 1, 2, 3 whistle, and a similar process was employed as with gold. So clearly see we've got the bust, break and close trigger there, so this one is an absolute gimme. I was away from the charts throughout the period here, I've had a bit of time off. So now we can see we've had a pullback on the half hour there, so we come over here, we wait for make sure the 30-minute is in alignment. I've taken Aaron's fantastic 3CR alert indicator off just to clean the charts up for you, but I always have that on my charts. I love it, absolutely. Also got a growing momentum down. The low of that is 26,857. Double check it because it's a funny 22,6,857. Yeah, that's fine. Triple check. Yeah, and then we can look at this one. If it's one micro pip lower, I'm happy with that growing momentum. I wouldn't be too bothered if it's below the 20. It's still good, but this is absolute belt and braces stuff when it flies below the level. We're not getting a decent reading off of that. 17's not right. 34 doesn't seem right. 22, 34, doesn't matter. I can visually see that's lower anyway. So we've got massive momentum, we've got an engulfing bar if you like, or an outside bar, or a big bearish bar, and then we want to check everything else is in alignment. 15-minute has closed red prior to my entry. 5-minute, absolutely superb. That's a 3-candle reversal. There's the penultimate low, there's the that's an inside bar, and that's the ultimate high. Draw your line there, that's the 3CR. Once again, the algos have done their job. There is no buying strength at all anymore. Lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and down price goes. So, you know, I'm a scalper. I just look to the left hand side to see what might cause a problem, and took a few pips out of that. So that's how to use the RsiHisto, by getting all your time frames in alignment, and all the other rules apply, of course. You know, ascending, descending trend line, break of valid support that created this higher high here. You know, buyers have overwhelmed the sellers once again, and then finally sellers overwhelm the buyers. You know, these patterns have been around for decades, in fact a century or more, and they work. This again will probably most likely further now, because all of this is the algos piling on the sell orders. So there's probably divergence involved there as well. Yeah, there is. So if I didn't make this video, sorry it's been, I've got to go out again. If I hadn't made it, I would not have made it ever, I doubt. Another way to or whatnot, but I'm interested. This has been tested, 3-candle reversal. That is why I love it so much. Set to 8. I don't mention that enough either. Set it to 8 because the 3-candle reverse aligns perfectly with it. I assume, or I know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Great evening now.